Support for this show comes from Bermond 83% Tourage butter sheets. At Love Croissants, we take butter seriously. It's the heart of every flaky layer, every crisp bite, and the rich, deep flavor you love. That's why we use Bermond 83%, a cultured European-style butter made just for laminated doughs. The butter is a game changer. It's soft, flexible, and easy to work with, which means our croissants bake up beautifully every single time. And because it comes in sheets, we spend less time prepping and more time perfecting. I always say great butter makes great croissant. And I love croissants, we use Bermond. I'm very proud of you. I do want to be like you and your husband when I grow up. I definitely want to have a family.
Oh, fuck you. You're not that young. You're not that fucking young.
No, I wasn't saying that I was young. I was just talking about like circumstances. Circumstances.
Kidding. No, don't make me cry.
There's a lot of credit.
think-
It's incredible what you're doing, what you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I think, I feel the same way about you, Omar. I mean, I think both of us came from a background that basically never did vionazari. And then all of a sudden we have bakeries, we have croissants.
You don't come from a rich Venezuelan family?
No. I don't even come from a rich Indian family. So I think it's really cool that as immigrants, we do what we do and, we're trying to be better every day. I think that's what counts.
This is Love Stories, you guys. Let's talk about what makes food truly special. Hey, Chef, welcome to the pod.
Hi.
It's been a while trying to get you here.
I know, it's been a crazy year.
I feel like I feel like our controversial industry wants us to be enemies, so
Yes.
we're frenemies, yo. We cannot hide it.
Yeah.
So how was your week? How are you doing?
It's been good. It's been getting a little busier after, the slow January.
Tell me about something amazing you ate.
I don't know about what I ate, but I'm about to eat. I'm going to Hillcroft to eat some fried chicken at Himalaya right now.
I was just gonna say, are you going to Himalaya?
Yes, I am.
We celebrated our first year anniversary for Love Croissants at Himalaya.
No way.
Well, yeah.
Where was my invite?
Well, I didn't know.
You didn't know?
Oh, no.
Yeah, because now we're inseparable, in spite of what people think.
Excuse. Hey, well, I wanna maybe just like praise a little bit about you. Everybody, it's gonna think in Houston that I'm obsessed with Indian people because like every single pastry chef I'm talking to is from India.
Okay.
But you guys are really shaping, the culinary industry in Houston, and I think it's only fair, to give you guys the spotlight. So can you just tell us a little bit about you, and what brought you to Houston, and why is Houston so obsessed with you?
Okay, so what brought me to Houston was my husband, who's born and raised here. He's a true, purebred Houstonian. So it was more than obvious that we would eventually move back to Houston and, start our family, start a business, do what we love because we're both in the same industry.
I love that. I love a good culinary romance.
But first things first, which other Indian pastry chefs are you obsessed with?
I can't say, but there is an Indian pastry chef that left a question for you, and we're gonna get to that towards the end of the pod,
Okay.
and there may just be another one next week. I don't know. I feel like you guys just like are taking over. Has that been the case forever, and I just like realized it now?
No, you know what's really funny is culinary arts are actually not very popular or weren't very popular back, in India. It was actually an art unknown. If anything, all my relatives thought I would be an engineer or a doctor, and I think there's a lot of pressure on South Asian kids to perform in that sense.
Last week's pod, I made the joke about the Indian pronouns, so I don't know if I should do it again.
Just do it again.
Just to make it short, your pronoun is doctor. You're Indian.
Yes. Yes. So I think it's really, really refreshing to see a lot of Indians excel in the culinary field. It's awe-inspiring.
Yeah, it really is. Well, Chef, we're gonna have like easily half of the podcast just to talk about you and all your greatness. But why don't we first get to the headlines? So what's going on this week? I want to talk a little bit about some expansion news, if you will, who's growing in our industry. So we're gonna talk about Blending Coffee Club. They're just about to open their roastery, Dutch Bros expansion. We're gonna talk about that too. We're excited about some other new projects in Houston. We're excited about Cafeteria opening in Spring Branch. We're excited about the next one. We're excited about Vridor opening a new U.S. facility, which is kind of very exciting for our industry. That means more and more people are coming into it. Paris Baguette expanding to the Woodlands. And then we're going to talk about some other news that maybe are not so much about expansion, but maybe about extinction.
Ooh.
So we're going to talk about egg prices.
Oh,
That's a fun one.
don't make me cry. Don't make me cry on the podcast. I'm highly emotional about this.
Let's talk about Starbucks and I don't know if you've heard about like some of the recent changes to Starbucks, not only like menus, but also like their open door policies have been changing.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm not aware, but
I'll tell you all about it. And lastly, maybe we'll talk about a little bit of how hard it has been to find people, to run our bakeries.
again,
Just like a little,
where's a
just shed a
little
little tear in
Kleenex?
there.
Yes. I didn't know it was that kind of podcast.
Kleenex, if you can hear this, sponsor us, please.
Oh, yes, please. We need it day in and day out. We actually just meet and bond over just shedding tears over all our small business problems.
Well, on a more positive note, on the expansion, I wanted to talk to you about like how do you see the overall coffee? We're in the coffee, we're in the cafe, we're in the dessert, and also sort of the snack category. And I don't know about you, I'm particularly excited to be in this segment because I see other big players that are just getting so much more invested in our industry and just growing like crazy.
Yeah.
So why don't we talk about? Do you know anything about Dutch Bros?
Yes. I mean, I don't know much about them, but I did look them up because my sister-in-law actually is obsessed with their coffee and she introduced me to them.
Has she had your coffee? It's like 1,000 times better.
Yes, it is, but I think it was in a dire situation where I couldn't bring her any. So she brought me some and she raves about it because it's so, it's a drive-through, it's easy, it's not Starbucks. So
That's funny. It's not Starbucks. I'm excited about Dutch Bros. I'm not necessarily excited about their product. I think we can maybe talk a little bit more about product, you and I.
yeah.
But those guys are definitely just like reshaping the way that these products are being delivered. And I'm very excited to see just more, and not necessarily that that's what they are, but like for us, at least like quality products being delivered through a drive-through,
Right.
A really cool thing about what we do is like most of our products are waiting for you as opposed to just showing up and saying, hey, I want a paella, and then it takes 45 minutes. Like our products are made ahead. We're mostly working, 3 days before our customer even shows up.
Right.
So it's exciting to see.
Yes.
Hopefully one day we'll see thousands of EaDough's with the
And
drive-thru.
love croissants, or maybe together. Love EaDough. I don't know.
Oh, I love EaDough. That's a great one. What about the next one's Cafeteria? Did you hear about them? They're opening in Spring
Of
Branch.
course, yeah, they're, I think, legendary in all of Houston now with the, all their nominations and wins. I think Chef Van does an amazing job.
Are you friends with Ben?
I haven't ever met him, but I do intend to network more now that my 10-month-old is a little older.
Ben, we're gonna send you this link, and we're inviting you for breakfast whenever Kripa can.
Yeah, or we'll just invite ourselves to Cafeteria.
Yeah. Oh, girl, I like that. Yeah, we're gonna go to Cafeteria. Hey, I'm new to the pastry world, as you know, and I've been hearing about you and about Cafeteria for a long time, and I just love being able to participate, in the Cool Kid Club. Then another one I wanted to talk about was Blendin. I don't know what your opinion is, or if you've been to Blendin.
I have. We did most of our business meetings there when we were working on basically brainstorming for EaDough, and everything that came to fruition was at Blendin most times because I haven't been off late, but back then, 2.5 years ago, it was some of the best coffee we had in Houston.
It's tough for me to say who has the best coffee. I'm very much connected in the coffee shop world. I have a lot of friends who will say
Blackwater,
Blackwater. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I don't have any roaster friends, but I will say Blendin has some of the highest end coffee experience. Not just from like the quality of the drinks, but I love that they are very knowledgeable and they make sure that if you're not knowledgeable about coffee, they spark your interest.
Yes,
And
yes.
when
Which is funny that you say that because I didn't drink coffee till I opened my bakery. So that's when I actually started drinking coffee, is when we started having meetings early in the day where we were not sleeping as much. That's when I was like, oh, this keeps me up. And,
it's good and it's legal.
yeah, it's legal. And also I just never was exposed to, this kind of coffee culture back home because, we have a chai culture. I mean, coffee is great. My brother-in-law actually owns a few coffee estates down, the South Indian filter coffee is extremely popular. But chai, I think, dominates the Indian.
I know a lot of my
See.
Indian friends love when they hear American folks say, "Do you want a chai tea?" Shed another tear.
Yeah, no, that just makes my blood boil. But no,
That's like
honestly, it's just an innocent. I think it's an innocent
That's what-
mistake.
It's like when my aunt back at home would say, "Hey, are you wearing the black blue jeans?"
No, I think it's so innocent, and also, because I'm from another country and I moved here and I made all these mistakes. I know that, ignorance is very predominant
Oh yeah.
in every country. So
Well, the next one that we're talking about today is Bridor. Bridor is just this huge bakery, commercial bakery, and I mean, not necessarily. I want to say that the products are just comparable to what we do. That's all artisanal, made by hand and whatnot. But it goes to show you that the U.S. consumer is obsessed with laminated doughs, and
Yeah.
and it's something that I feel like we should really celebrate and appreciate. Croissants it's something croissant, puff pastry, that kind of stuff is something that people all want to eat and nobody wants to make. And so we should.
you don't blame them. It's a 3-day process, guys. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. Can we please stop this whole croissant at home baking? Like,
Yeah,
it's a
no, don't
terrible
worry
idea.
about it. Just come to the bakery, pick it up, enjoy your life. Like, let us do all the work. That's what we're here for. Let
Exactly.
us take care of you.
Let our lives be miserable. You
Yes.
just come and enjoy.
Yes, we will absorb all that misery for you.
I love this. Yeah, we better have like a good jingle with this podcast. Because otherwise people are gonna be depressed.
Yeah.
But we're in the expansion part. This is the positive part of this show.
No, it's positive. It's extremely positive.
In a positive note.
Yeah.
I have a couple more. So we have Paris Baguette going to the Woodlands. Have you tried their stuff?
I haven't yet.
You haven't?
Yeah. I mean, not to be, I've just,
Yeah, no.
I opened a bakery, I opened a restaurant, and I had a baby all at once. So it's been insane.
And what, you don't have time to like go out and stuff?
No, I don't. But I'm trying to make more of an effort to meet people and, network and hang out.
So you feel like maybe we can co-host this more often?
Absolutely.
Cool.
I think it'd be cool.
This is on camera. I'm just letting
We
you.
would love to yap, so I think that would help.
Okay, so let's talk about some like maybe not so exciting news this week. And maybe I don't know if it's the past 2 weeks, but what's up with eggs? Does anybody know what's going on? People talking about bird
Yes,
flu and
Yeah, there's some outbreak, and all I know is my eggs are like ×6 now, and it just sucks because we have a breakfast sandwich which is all eggs.
But it sucks for a couple of reasons. I think if it sucks for a couple of reasons. I think if you have a product that has like it's clear that has egg in it, you can do things like modify the price and I think the people from I don't know if I'm being I don't quote me on this. I think it's Waffle House, and they just had a surcharge of 50 cents per egg, just due to what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's easier if you have an item that already has like egg built in and people know.
Right.
I'm more worried about like flan. I'm
Or
worried
like
about brioche.
That's what's
Oh.
happening with me. Our brioche rolls are so popular. Now it's killing me.
Now you
but-
have a $52 brioche
Oh
loaf.
my God, yeah. But I also think, I mean, I'm praying this is temporary and it all goes back down, and we can make up for the losses soon enough. But I don't see the point in just going up and down, or we just have to put MP on everything on the menu, just like lobster.
You're laughing, but you don't know. I don't know if you know this. I'm from Venezuela,
Oh yeah, I did.
and in Venezuela, well, and obviously I haven't been in a long time, but there was a time that I remember, and that just could be the case still now. The inflation was such
Mhm.
that every restaurant menu was like, the menu was listed, but the prices weren't listed.
Oh wow, that's
And
scary.
and they essentially just listed the prices by hand every day, sometimes twice a day.
I want to do that at EaDough right now.
It's called communism. I had to. It's overrated.
Everyone's gonna be like, okay, we're not gonna eat one anymore.
Watch out for what
I'm not doing that, guys. I'm joking. I'm not doing that.
On other news, so Starbucks is it's making an offer to buy Love Croissants and EaDough.
Okay.
But all jokes aside, Starbucks doing a couple things that I think it's interesting to reflect on. One of them is like they're making a huge reduction in their menu, like 30% of their stuff's coming off. And that
Because of eggs?
no,
I don't blame them.
I think
Oh.
I think a lot of times we get excited and caught up with like product development.
That's me every day.
Yeah, same, right? So my sister says that I never let the wet paint dry. She's like, you keep painting over the wet paint.
Yeah, damn it. We're artists.
Yeah, it's wet. Keep going. Keep
Yeah,
going.
go.
And so the issue with that is that we obviously we want to show everybody all the cool stuff that we know how to do, and brag about the things that maybe we enjoy eating. But then you look at your restaurant or your bakery, and it turns out you're not what you think you are. You are what people want you to be.
Yes.
And so that little report called sales mix report would really tell you what people or how people consume your product. I was looking at our sales for last year, and literally 80% of our sales are 5 croissant. You guys are very like you broke my heart because like my favorite stuff wasn't even in the list.
Yeah.
So like I know we're an almond croissant shop.
Mhm.
Almond croissant.
But
It's like a sweet quesadilla.
people will try it once in a while, but they want what's comfortable for them. They
Exactly.
want to go back to something that they want every day. So
And so I think something that that we do really well is like identifying those few things that people want to eat that don't want to make, and then how do we take them to the next level. And I'm taking a hard look at our product mix at the store and just making sure that hey, we're just maybe gonna focus on the things that you love, and we're gonna really make sure that we can be the best that we can be at those maybe fewer items. Now the wholesale side, of course, a little different
right,
because we need to just have variety for the coffee shops and stuff.
right.
The other thing that they changed, which I thought I mean, it makes sense. Starbucks was like back in the day, this open door policy where you could just come in, pull up your laptop, and like just work on your computer without buying a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you could use the restroom too. It was very cool. Yeah.
oh, wow.
And it's not like that anymore.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they finally changed that stuff. And then if you want to use their Wi-Fi or their chairs or their AC or breathe their air, you essentially
You have to pay.
you have to pay, which
Oh, wow. So they're like a small business.
they're
Oh, but someone's going backwards. Oh,
yeah, yes. You support local, guys. Support your local Starbucks.
oh, wow. Maybe those people will come to our shops now. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
exactly. We need to have porta potties outside.
I think my coffee is cheaper.
Is it really?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm competitive.
Of course you are.
Not with you, though. I love you.
No, I love you more.
Yeah.
By the way, I need a shout out to Chef Frederic,
Oh, yeah.
our uncle, the
Mhm.
French uncle. You
He's
can
our
really
uncle.
you can really like fake French
Uncle Freddy.
without having a
Yes.
real French in the mix. So
Yes.
Frederic is the one who introduced us,
Yes.
and yeah, so we're friends forever after.
Yes. He is actually our Burmont guru.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. He's definitely the flakiest friend I have.
That is so true. I've been trying to meet him for 3 months. Pun intended.
I invited him to the party. He's like, yeah, maybe when you do 10 or 12,
Yeah, buy more cases.
make sure you don't suck anymore, and then we will have you.
Did he give you a jacket yet? Because I'm still waiting on mine.
I feel bad.
Oh my God, he gave you your jacket? That's insane. I'm calling him right now.
And an apron. I'm sorry, Theo. I just
Oh
threw
my
you
God,
onto the ball.
He knows me longer than you, by the way.
He does.
Okay, I have him on speed dial. I'm gonna talk to him on the way home.
I don't know. Maybe do you have cinnamon in anything at your shop? French folks, they don't like cinnamon.
Maybe that's why. Maybe because I have a horchata latte right now.
They're
I still want my apron, Freddie.
Hey, your friend doesn't make sure you get your chef coat. I'll make sure. I'll talk to the people from
you.
Vermont.
Yeah, Bachma.
Bach. Is that
I don't know.
like
I
little
feel like I'm
Arab?
doing it wrong. I think it's super Arabic, but
Well-
Bachmar.
Well, you have a Venezuelan and an Indian chef trying to
Trying to
butcher French here for you guys.
or trying to speak French.
Chef, so moving on from like the news of the week, and I just love to have this space where we can talk about things that are relevant to, yes, people that love to bake, but also people that want to be professional bakers and people that are in the bakery industry. I think that's pretty cool. I also want to take a minute to just talk about you. So tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about your path in the industry. What are some of your early influences, biggest mentors, most embarrassing moments? Go on.
How long is this podcast again? Well, to tell you a little bit of, about myself, I'm Kripa Shenoy. I am the owner and head baker at EaDough's Pastries and Provisions down in EaDough. But also, I am from a very small town in India called Goa, which is a super beachy, fun state, super westernized compared to the rest of India. grew up there, born and raised, and moved to the US 7 years ago with my husband, who I met in India, by the way, and we were married in 3 months.
Oh.
We moved to New York. That's where I got most of my French training at a 2 Michelin restaurant back then called Maria. And my mentors have been the absolute best. am still constantly in touch with them. They've taught me things that most bosses would not, and they've taken so much care of me that I did not quit the industry. So, here I am.
That's how you win this game.
Yes.
It's
I think they did everything right. They taught me everything I needed to know, from discipline to technique to just perseverance, recipe development. They fine tuned my palate a lot. I worked with ingredients I'd never worked with before. It was everything I hoped it would be. I didn't even need to go to culinary school.
I was thinking about what is it about Indian chefs, and maybe why do I kind of envy you guys a little bit? And it's just you've been in such contact, like, and exposed to spices. That's one of the things that I feel like, a lot of times our cuisines are just too vanilla-ish. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I can see that. We do work a lot with spices. We're exposed to all kinds of flavors from childhood. So it's easy to figure out, okay, what's too much, what's too little, how to balance, I think, both worlds.
One day we're gonna have to have 2 Indian chefs here in the pot and do like a little spice contest where each one names one spice and
Okay.
one spice, one spice, one spice.
No, that's easy. We'll be here all night. Oh, we're Indian.
I did the fish version of this with Chef Kate McLean years ago, and I think if I remember correctly, I won. But,
Oh, you
uh,
did? Oh.
I think so. Yeah. Back then, I was.
I believe that, Omar. You're brilliant. I mean, look at everything you've done, and
I work
how
hard.
far you've
I
come.
think. I
It
think.
shows.
I think people either have talent, or if you don't have talent, just work twice as hard.
I don't
You know?
think that's true. I think you
You
have both.
You're saying I don't work that hard?
I think you work hard and you have talent. Jeez. Thought this was supposed to be a positive part.
It's very sweet. So the next thing we're doing today is like I'm gonna ask you very, very profound questions about your food philosophy while you bite into our puff pastry pies. So it's gonna be, messy.
Some ASMR.
Yeah.
Mukbang. Do you watch
Please.
those videos on Instagram?
Yours. What do you
Oh
think we
my
have this
God.
crisp audio here? I'm actually excited about this product line. We started doing puff pastry for a couple of reasons. 'Cause people, I don't know if that happens to you, that clients wanna like, oh, we want to bake in our shop. Why did I make that voice like I was making fun of somebody?
I think you were mocking someone.
Yeah, I was
Omar.
mocking someone. I don't-
So, yeah.
Anyway, thank God this is internet and not TV. So they want to bake, and they're like, just send me the frozen croissants. We got it. We understand fermentation. We understand that metabolic process. We get that.
Yeah.
We understand that. We understand, humidity. We understand
Diminish
temperature,
what
what's
we do every day.
AC. And so obviously that didn't work for anybody. And so I was like,
Yeah.
we need to create a product that is maybe a little bit more shelf stable. And then it's just easier to handle. That you can just
Right.
throw it in the oven.
Right.
And honestly, I think it has an even better shelf life than a croissant, because croissants,
It does, because there's no yeast in it.
and because it's just, you're almost expecting it to be dry and crunchy.
Yes, you want it to be dry and
You want it to dry.
flaky. Right.
Would you try my dry pastry?
I will try your dry.
Feel free to destroy it. Actually,
Should we move the mic towards the...
no, you do that when you bite into it. Oh, yay. You know who taught me how to make inverted puff pastry?
Freddie? I know he tried teaching me too, but I was like, I'm doing the regular puff pastry. Leave me alone.
Guys, you get ready. This is gonna sound great.
You have your Dyson ready? Your vacuum
You
cleaner?
might get vacuum cleaner.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh yes, sister. Woo! I love this. I live for these moments.
This is so good.
Thank you for coming. It's such a treat, really.
This is insane.
So we're
Also
doing.
like the butters from France.
It's almost like the butter and the flour is from France. We don't know. So we're doing spinach and mushroom. We're doing wagyu and mushroom. No, spinach and mushroom, wagyu and mushroom. Yeah, we love mushrooms. Can you tell my
I love mushroom.
mushrooms love you too? Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I need that and a leaf blower.
And then so we have chicken, beef with mushroom, and then the spinach one, and we're just excited about it. Okay, so obviously I know you have your hands full and whatnot, but tell us a little bit about what's your food philosophy.
I need a second.
I love that.
It's almost like I don't own a bakery. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so messy.
How do you say this in Indian? Don't be sorry, be better.
Oh, there's no sorry in India.
Oh, I love that.
I'm kidding. Well, at least in my linguistic community, there's no word for sorry, but we say sorry in English.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
In India?
Say
sorry.
Back home in my so you know how there's I think like 50,000 languages in India. So we speak Konkani. So in Konkani, I have not heard the word sorry, but we say sorry like straight up, like
In English?
English sorry.
That's
Yeah,
cute. I didn't know that.
yeah, it's really cute.
Okay, so you were telling me about your food philosophy.
My food philosophy is serve what you would like to eat, just like that pastry right there. You know, if you like to eat it, if you like to consume it day in and day out, I think your customers would too. And I think that's what's important. When I bite into a croissant that I make or my team makes, if it doesn't hit home, I'm not serving it. And you know, that's what I tell people too. Like this is something that you should be proud to put out, and you know, to represent yourself.
And you're able to elevate this philosophy sort of to the next level when you have kids, right? Because it's like not only like you wouldn't want to sell something that you don't want to eat.
Right.
Not just like, oh, I don't want to sell something that I don't want my child to eat.
Exactly. With the ingredients you're using, I mean, if you're using shortening and you're using cheap flour, like, would you feed that to your child is the question, right?
Absolutely not.
So I think, yes, definitely something that you would stomach is what you want to sell.
I love that. You know, I'm very proud of you. I do want to be like you and your husband when I grow up. You know, I definitely want to have a family.
Oh, fuck you. You're not that young. You're not that fucking young.
No, I wasn't saying that I was young. I'm just talking about like circumstances.
Kidding. No, don't make me cry.
There's a lot of credit.
think-
It's incredible what you're doing, what you guys are doing.
Thank you. I think, you know, I feel the same way about you, Omar. I mean, I think both of us came from a background that basically never did Vionazari. And then all of a sudden we have bakeries, we have croissants.
You don't come from a rich Venezuelan family?
No. I don't even come from a rich Indian family. So I think it's really cool that as immigrants, we do what we do and, you know, we're trying to be better every day. I think that's what counts.
Absolutely. We didn't come here to not be rich.
Right. Right. I want to be rich. I really want to be.
Absolutely. Well, for me, it's like what I want in life is an empire. I call it an empire. Yes. And an empire for me, it's a life of unlimited creation.
Yeah. And empire for everyone means different things.
Yeah.
Right? For me, empire means having enough money to not worry about what my baby's going to eat or, you know, providing for my baby or basically just having enough amenities to get through comfortably. You know.
I'm sure that's not going to be a concern of yours.
You're so sweet.
But for me, I don't really need much money, but it's more like I have a lot of ideas that I want to do. And these stupid ideas are just expensive.
They're so expensive.
Yeah.
Everything's expensive.
But it's nice to be able to stand, you know, behind your ideas. And that's
why the rich get richer, you know, because they have the money to fund their thoughts and their dreams.
Well, yeah, and they're brave.
They are.
I think that's one thing that we don't say enough, which is, are you scared when you do things? Yes, I'm
extremely.
Scared. I'm frightened, you know?
So
and the fact that you're scared means that you're brave. Like if you're doing something and you're scared, that means you're brave.
Yeah.
Right?
Like my husband and I, we took the plunge, we raised the money and we opened a restaurant in River Oaks. You know, that was insanely scary and it still is every day, you know. I think opening Auden in River Oaks was one of the most scariest things we've ever done together. But it's rewarding because regardless of if it's popular or not, we gain that experience. You know, we learn every day. So.
Absolutely. And also, like, the whole business side, I feel like it's not talked about enough. It's like,
no.
Oh, you know how to cook. I guess you can open your own restaurant now. You're ready.
Yeah, no. I think no one talks about how rewarding it is to just bake and serve, but no one talks about payroll and scheduling and inventory and, you know, food cost and all kinds of marketing and packaging and
one of my
everything.
One of my team members was asking
Maintenance.
me today, she want to go to pastry school. She wants to one day open her bakery or, a coffee shop and stuff. She wants to do it in Seattle. And she was asking me like, hey, should I go to pastry school? And, well, first of all, if you can, sure. Like culinary school is awesome. Like it's so much fun. And if you can afford it, by all means. She's like, but would you go into debt to do that? And I was like,
Wow.
I wouldn't.
I mean, I was about to, and my husband was like, "No, don't do it," because I was going to come on an Indian visa, study here in rupees and convert them to dollars, and then I don't even know if I would get a work visa to make it up. So he was like, "Just marry an American citizen," and I was like,
Suggestive selling here. Nicely executed, chef.
"Check."
Exactly.
Well, it all worked out, I guess.
He really did. Okay, I have some rapid fire questions for you, chef. Are you ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Espresso or latte?
Latte,
Sweet or savory?
both.
Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
What's your favorite spice in pastry?
In pastry, I would say nutmeg.
Nutmeg. Are you into wine pairings or craft cocktail?
Wine.
Wine. That'll be the same for me. What about classic French or modern fusion? We're talking pastry here.
Oh, I think a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Mhm.
What about when you go for dinner? Do you do dessert first or last?
I don't really care, but most likely last.
Last? Huh. Very by the
I'm
book.
trying
You're
to
trying to be an owl.
minimal. Yes. I want to tear it up every time I go out, and it's like,
Oh,
we can slow, Kripa, calm down.
I always have my dessert first because I'm like, what if I'm not hungry at the end?
First of all, come on, let's be real.
What's your favorite kitchen tool?
The offset.
The offset spatula. That's such a pastry chef.
Cake
How's-
tester too.
Cake
Life-
tester.
Lifesaver.
Lifesaver. Yeah, if you're working the grill in a seafood restaurant, they'll save
Right,
you too.
right.
What about your favorite culinary city?
Houston.
Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because I think it's very underrated. I mean, not anymore with all this Michelin and hula hoop, but before that, I Kirtan and me always aim to come back here because we thought the food here is above and beyond.
And I feel like there's going to be a massive transformation in the next 10 years there. We're going to be here at the forefront. I'm excited. I really am. And speaking of
So
that,
excited.
Michelin hula hoop set, last week we had Chef Sumat from Musafir.
Oh, I love so much.
Oh, he's so sweet.
I know.
Yeah, you'll see his podcast come out very, very soon.
Awesome.
What is your favorite dish to eat?
Omar.
You don't eat?
I eat everything. That's a problem.
That was-
There's too much. I can't answer this.
Rice and beans, something? I don't know. Tacos?
Oh, dal. I would say dal, rice, and fried fish.
For lentils?
Yeah.
Rice. Fried fish.
That's like my
lentils.
comfort food.
And what's your favorite dish to cook? I know this is like a stupid question for a chef, but like at home, like what do you cook?
I eat McDonald's, Omar. You think I have time
Stop
to
it.
cook?
No, you don't.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
McDonald's.
cut this.
McDonald's sponsor us too.
That's another thing we should touch. Everyone thinks I make like this, 5-course meal every day. All my friends are like, oh my God, you guys are both chefs. Y'all must eat so well. No, we don't. We eat dirty water hot dogs.
Whoa. That's a lot of information. God, we need to co-host this podcast. We're going to have so many views.
It's we save all the good cooking for our customers.
That's
We eat
hilarious.
trash.
I feel the same way. I feel you. That's what I say. When I grow up, what I want to do is cook all my own meals.
Yes.
Now, I'm in no hurry.
It's my New Year's resolution. It is my 2025 resolution to cook more and meal prep more, and it's been down the drain
I guess
so far.
Lunar New Year resolution.
So when I go out to eat, I just take home, I just take out and then I eat that for like 4 days sometimes.
Huh.
I'm just busy. I don't have time to cook for myself.
Do you have a good microwave that you
But I
recommend?
do cook a lot for my baby now, though. So I'm not feeding her trash. That's a good thing.
That is a really good thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you eat what she eats?
Because it's pureed.
You have
But-
teeth.
yeah,
I get
kinda.
that. Yeah, you need
Like
to
good-
exercise your teeth.
Yes.
Excellent. Chef, what's the first dish you learned how to cook? Do you remember? Like at home?
Oh, at home, it was this aloo gobi. It's a vegetable that
It's like a stew?
most Indian households have.
Is it pickle? Is it steno?
It's just, I would say it was just like a stir fry with cauliflower and potato with a few spices. Very simple, very easy to make.
God, I love how you Indians say
Yeah.
potato.
What did I say different?
Potato. I love this. I love the two thick accenters making fun of each other. This is so great.
It was funny because you asked me how to pronounce a certain word, and I'm like, I'm probably not the best person to teach you that. Yeah.
Chef, if you were able to talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself?
Oh, not to be too hard on, myself. I think I'm capable of doing a lot more than I think at that age.
Yeah, take it easy. Take it easy. I hear that from a lot of people, a lot of chefs and entrepreneurs. It's
I did have a lot of anxiety, back in college, wondering what to do next because I was pulled in 5 different directions. But I think I chose well.
It's like I'm not necessarily the most religious person, but I think I would have told myself, just have some faith, bro. Like, you got this. You know?
Right.
Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's...
I don't know if I've got this yet, but I still think like, when you're confused and you're wondering what to do next and you're frantic because, everyone's telling you what's best and what's most productive. At that point, you're torn, you're overthinking things. And
well, yeah, if you're 18 years old, it's kind of hard to follow your gut because you don't have a freaking gut to listen to.
Yeah, no, you don't. You just have to follow your heart, if anything. As cliched as that sounds.
I love cliche stuff and dad jokes. Hey, chef, so there's a good old tradition here at the pod, which is we always have, the previous guest leave us with a question. Don't start thinking about your question just yet.
I already thought about it.
You already did?
Just kidding.
Of course you did. These Indians, man, such a overachievers. Anyway, so I already spilled the tea, so Chef Suman came last week. So we're talking about Michelin and some of that good stuff.
Oh, yeah, go Suman.
Yeah, go Suman. We're going to come see you, bro. We're going to come together.
I promise you.
Yeah.
This year's the year.
This year.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. There's only like 46 more weeks to go. Anyway, Suman wants to know, and he didn't know it was you, by the way, so this is kind of cool. Aww. He wanted to know, how do you go about designing your dessert program?
I would say there's 3 factors to consider. One is the ingredient, which is probably seasonal. We like to see what's fresh in season, what we can incorporate into our pastry program. Number 2 is, like you said, comfort. What would sell, what would, not intimidate your customer, approachable, something that people would eat every day, but with a slight twist. And 3 would be color scheme. If we're around Valentine's, it's going to be pink. And then if it's Easter, it's going to be pastel. Like there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to, what time of the year it is.
There's this really good saying. I don't know who gave me this one, so sorry I'm not quoting you, but it was like, you have to, I'm pretty sure this is a Chris Tripoli one, my mentor. It's something like, you cannot fall in love with your product. You have to fall in love with your customer.
Yes.
And
which is difficult. I mean, not the falling in love with the customer part. We love all of you, but
it's also your customers. We don't know what to do with them.
I get attached.
Like, I love the bakery.
To my product.
I love the bakery business. It's if it wasn't for those damn customers.
I know. Rude. But
just kidding, guys. We love you.
We love you guys.
This is a great opportunity to just kind of tell people, having an awesome product in your neighborhood, it's something to be happy, to be excited about, and also something that you really want to support. And I'm not just saying that because I'm fully invested in this industry, just like Chef is. Like, if there is an awesome bakery in your neighborhood, make sure you stop by, quite often, because it is a treat, it is a luxury, and it's definitely not something that's readily available everywhere. So
yeah, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that we and our team put in this. So
there's a whole lot of love for sure.
Yeah.
Chef, what about you don't know who's coming next week?
I do not.
But they deserve a question.
Okay.
Bring it on.
Well, if they're a small business owner like us, I would like to know what annoys them most about handling their employees.
I love this one. This is a great one. We're going to hopefully get a labor attorney next week. Chef, this has been such a treat. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, Omar. I know we've been trying to coordinate for the last 3 years. I'm just kidding. 2 months, but I'm glad this happened, and we should do this more often.
We love you. We're very proud of you, and we just want to thank you for making the industry a more delicious and prosperous place.
And likewise, you're a breath of fresh air.
Cheers.
Golden flakes in the morning light, butter melting, it's a tasty sight. Warm and soft from the bake. baker's hands. Start the day with tasty plans. Rise and shine, it's croissant time. Fluffy dreams in every bite. Butter love is so, so fine. Morning's here and feels just right. Coffee sips and a pastry crunch. Every bite a perfect munch. Simple joys on a silver plate. Happiness can't wait.